This is a journey of discovery, celebrating cultures, addressing concerns, dispelling myths. Pakistan is an intriguing kaleidoscope of civilization. And as you travel, you learn to anticipate the unexpected. The media constantly reminds us of terrorism and religious extremism and a patriarchal society that subjugates its women. But is there another side? Do we dare to look at Pakistan through a different lens? And if so, what will we find? So I decided to travel the country from the north to the south, from the bustling capital of Islamabad to a region known as the rooftop of the world. I got to witness and experience so many different backdrops, reuniting with dear friends and meeting other adventure travelers along the way. I know, maid pagal Ameriki ladki hoon. But it was nice to know that I'm not the only Bagagora.
We have our fears also. We need to get over our fears. That is the biggest problem. I went to England. And you know what happened? In the plane, everyone was my best friend. Everyone was like, hey, Yusuf, what's up? You know, you have a good time, all this. We come to the immigration, nobody wants to stand with me. Because I'm the only one with this big turban and this. And this lady at the immigration kept on staring at me. She's this big lady, and she's just staring down at me, and she's seeing a lot of fabric coming towards her. And she goes to me, and she's like, do you need a translator? And I turned back to her, and I said, yes, I do, if you don't understand English.
One of my first stops in Islamabad was at the kind invitation of Pakistan's Director General at the Ministry of Information, Mr. Shafkat Jalal.
Salam, sir. How are you?
How are you?
Aap kaise hain? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Cynthia.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for welcoming me.
You're welcome here, and you're free to go wherever you want.
I could not pass up the opportunity to train with the female commandos of the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. These women were absolutely amazing. Among them was a Christian, another was a single mother, and as the commandant explained to me, these women volunteer for these postings. So I don't understand why these women and their accomplishments are not being highlighted in more of the media. I was so happy and proud to be able to see these women becoming a strong presence in the law enforcement as well as the military.
Nowadays, females are almost at every field in the society, and they are working side by side like male, and they are doing both the jobs, as a housewife, as a mothers, and as a working woman as well.
I'm a strong Texas woman, but these women are badasses on a whole nother level. Yusuf Bashir Qureshi is a beautiful soul from rural Pakistan to small town America, Hollywood and beyond. He's like a door that opens to many fascinating dimensions. As a Pakistani,
he will tell you that he discovered himself while living in the United States of America. As an American, I really discovered myself while living in Pakistan. Yusuf,
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Great.
So good to see you. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Thank you.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
Welcome home.
Thank you. Glad to be back. I'm so glad to be back in Pakistan. You have no idea.
Well, stay here. We need to get you married to a Pakistani. I went to a pre-military school here in Karachi, known as a cadet college, and from here I was, very passionate about my country, and this is what I thought that I was. I loved the country, but it was more about the ego of my country, and it was actually my own ego. But then I went there at a younger age. Lesser did I know, so I told all my friends that I'm going to America, so they threw a big party for me. And when they threw the party, they said, "Okay, where are you going to America?" And this is 1989, end of 1989, 90. I came to the United States, and I said, "I'm going to Nebraska," and they were really shocked because, "Oh, we thought you were going to America." So then I explained where Nebraska was in the heart of the United States, and I went to a small town called Beatrice, Nebraska. There was a community college I went there. It was me and a friend of mine. We both went together from Pakistan. Very small town, population 13,000, and did not know anything about America or Americans. And it was 1990, so nobody knew where Pakistan was or who Pakistanis were. And some of the people had not even seen brown fellows in their lives. So we were the first brown people who came to that little place. These people had never seen people like myself. And then we were hooked to a host family. For our spring break, I don't know what it was. They hooked us up to a host family. My host family was Nancy and Robert, and they had 4 children, 2 daughters and 2 sons. And they lived on a hog farm. And they ate bacon in the morning, and they ate hamburgers in the afternoon, and they had pork chops at night. So they hooked us up to this host parents, and I had no clue who they were and what I would be expecting. So as soon as I go to the farm, I see all these pigs running around, and the kids being very friendly to them. It was very, I came from a very different culture. So he said, "What would you like to do at the farm?" Robert came and asked me. I said, "I'd do anything, but nothing to do with the pigs, man. I'd draw my line there. So I love you and all, but you touch that thing, you don't come hug me or even shake my hand." And these people, without knowing me, quit eating pork for the amount of time that I stayed with them, out of respect of a stranger whose kind they had never met before. This was my first lesson.
And this was at a small town in America.
Small town in America. They kept me in their home. They fed me food. They clothed me. And they took me in as their own son. And out of respect, they did not eat pork for the time that I was there. So that really moved me, because I thought that I was a racist but when I met with them, I found out my prejudices also. Because I had gone from a very prejudiced and very racist upbringing myself. So that was my first lesson. And it's beautiful till now. If there's I get a frantic phone call from my friends in America. It's like, "Yusuf, you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, what happened?" It's like, "There's a bomb blast in Kabul." I was like, "Yeah, there was a hurricane in Miami also, man. Kabul is another country." So, but, the thing is, the essence, the love that I've gotten from there is something that I'm sharing in my country now.